All right. Let's get to it. Thank you all for coming and checking out our. hmm Thank you for coming and checking out this presentation that I have. Some information about the Cypher spot. Some of you know about what we do. Some of you are new here, and so I thought this would be perfect opportunity to, especially as we're growing and we've become a ministry under the church and have officially become a nonprofit. Be a perfect opportunity to share with you just the growth of the ministries that are happening here at the church. And and so yeah. So the ministry is called the Cypher Spot, and our mission is to utilize the urban arts to reach the world with the gospel. And so that's inspired by the Great Commission. That Matthew 28, verses 18 through 20 that's where we get the Great Commission to go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey what He's commanded us. And so we believe that the arts allows us to connect with people and to accomplish that mission. So a little bit about who we are. I mean, we started in 2018 with Christ alone. So there at one point was a place called the Center. And we pretty much started hosting free dance programs for the youth and open dance sessions for young adults in the community. I mean, I've been a part of a dance scene here in Lancaster for many years. And I'm also a product of this kind of ministry. And, there's people at the old church, like Lem James, used to kind of do what Cypher Spot is now. And also we have our brother, Louis Torres, who's done youth ministry for many years, and we participated in some of the arts programs that he put together. So we're kind of all walking in the footsteps of those people, and really just happy to continue on doing this kind of work. So we've been doing it for more than 7 years now, and we received a lot of support from our church, and the Lord has used it to impact many people's lives. So we're really blessed by that, and I highlighted here that many members of our team personally have encountered Christ through this type of ministry and are living testimony of the value of this initiative. So I am a personal testimony of this type of ministry, and also a lot of other people in our organization. I'm sure if they're here, they can speak for themselves. But yeah, here's some photos of when we first started. This is some of my first group of students, and this is Lynette. Well, this is me teaching dance, and then this is Lynette teaching the kids the catechism and the Bible. And this is our when we first started open session, and we would do, have fun, we play music, we dance, practice here, we battle here, train, for other competitions and performances that we were doing. But this was just to give a space for the local community to express themselves, dance, and then we would break it down 10, 15 minutes, share the gospel, ask people for prayer, and just continue to cultivate those relationships. And this was just kind of and I'll emphasize on this a little bit later too, just a starting place for us to cultivate those relationships, because we see these people throughout the week, on a consistent basis. So this was a great opportunity to continue to connect. And that's the outside of the little shop that we had before we had a church. So it's, real early on. Here's some of our values: honoring Jesus Christ, evangelism, urban arts, discipleship, education, missions, local and global church, community, creative expression, entrepreneurship, financial literacy. These are things that we value, want to try to continue to exemplify and bring forth programs and activities that are going to cultivate these values. So our mission is to utilize, like we said in the beginning, utilize the urban arts to reach the world with the gospel. The way we accomplish this is through faith-based urban arts programs, community outreaches, short-term mission trips, school assemblies, and performances that engage the youth and young adults with the gospel. So we do a lot of different things, and even more than what I listed there, but we'll go through some of these things during my presentation. But those are the things that we use to accomplish our mission. And we are always looking for new ideas and new ways that fall in line with our mission to accomplish it. So Our vision is to see others live and create for the glory of God. We believe by engaging the community through the urban arts with the gospel, we can see generational change and spiritual transformation. And we also believe that when the arts are submitted to Christ, it communicates the beauty of God to the world. So I believe that's very important for us to support the arts and empower people to express themselves in a way that glorifies God. So we talked a little bit about our breaking class. This is some current photos of our breaking class and our Bible class. It's for ages 6 to 12 every Monday, and the students learn the fundamentals of dance, ciphering, and battling, and they're able to learn how to perform. And so this is a great opportunity to get kids physical, get them active, and engage with them. And then we continue to do what Lynette used to do, but now my wife does it. She teaches, and other ladies that help her. We do Bible study. When we go through the catechisms, they memorize Bible verses, and they can have opportunities to earn like fake money so that they can win prizes. So that's an incentive for them to be engaged with the Bible class. So one thing I do want to talk about is why it's called the Cypher spot. And so in hip hop culture, and I'm sure in other cultures as well, but the Cypher is when a group of people circle up and we take turns either dancing, and what we do is usually Cypher dancing, but it could be we take turns expressing and showing our art and showing love to each other as we take turns. So, but it also could be a rap cipher. So one person comes in, they share their rhymes and what they're thinking, and they step out, and the next person goes, and we kind of flow. All right, flow to the music, and that's what cipher is. It represents community, expression, and just positivity. So, yeah, let's move on. We also do a music class, and this is something that moving forward is going to look a little bit different than how it used to. We had all the classes together, so it was a DJ, rapping, and music production program. So you can see kids here learning how to. Well, this is when we were doing through our Bible study, but we had DJ set up here. They're able to learn how to do DJing, able to learn how to make beats and record music, and then also I don't have another photo on there, but where we talked about poetry and rhyming and things like that. So each session we explore biblical concepts like creation, the image of God, redemption, inspiring students to shape their music with deeper meaning behind it. So yep, let me move on. This is our open session. So this is it's a little bit blurry here, but now it's every other Friday. We started back up, and people would come. They're invited, dancers from the community, and this is what it would look like on a Friday night. Coming together, we're ciphering. We'll have a DJ going, playing music, and everybody taking turn, dancing, practicing, communing together. And this is a great way to connect with people, and sometimes it warms people up to coming into a church building. They might not come on a Sunday, but they'll come on a Friday to dance, and as the Lord kind of tugs on some of their hearts, they begin to come on Sundays. And so that's something that we've seen in the past, and we've seen the Lord work in people's lives, and even people become members, serve, get baptized, and it's a beautiful thing. So that's what we do. And then we also have like pizza like we do here and stuff like that. So, and we take those open sessions also, and we kind of take opportunities to go deeper. This is something I want to do more of consistently, and pretty much what is just like a dinner for everybody. So instead of coming through on Friday and dancing, all right, we're going to do a dinner. We're going to watch some footage, some dance footage from our previous events, and hang out, and then also offer a time of Q&A with some of the church leaders, and they can kind of have more deeper conversations about the faith and ask hard questions and really encourage them to just have these conversations. So yeah, that's another thing that we do. So now other ways that we outreach to the community is through assemblies and short-term residencies. And so our hip-hop arts assembly presentation incorporates DJing, breaking, rapping, and graffiti. During our presentation, we invite the students to learn, dance, and get hands-on with the DJ equipment, as well as we also do an interactive graffiti activity. And it's very engaging, and it's about hip-hop education, but, we encourage the students to use these positive outlets for creative expression. So, and so we also, like here, this is a picture of our brother, Abner, sharing the gospel. So, that's what we do in schools, camps, all different events. So here's some more photos. See us talking to the kids, doing some art. That's me instructing them how to dance. So this was at, I forget, this was at a couple of different schools, I think. So yeah. And one of the biggest things that we do annually is our big outreach event is Beautiful Feet. And pretty much this is where we get to display all of the urban arts that we kind of are. It's like a festival, so we'll have not only dancing as we normally do with music, but we'll have skateboarding, we'll have people from the car community come out, and it's just a great opportunity to serve and connect with our community. We also will bring community services like Love Life, Align Ministries, LBC was a sponsor before they set up and encourage people with education. And so we look forward to continuing on doing these outreach events. And we call it Beautiful Feet as a play on words because we like to dance with our feet, but it also refers to passages of the Bible talks about beautiful are the feet of those who preach the good news. And it says, how will they hear the gospel if no one is sent? You know what I mean? So that's the sentiment that we wanna give in the outreaches that we do. So here's some photos, some graffiti art. This is a lineup of the car show, some dancing, some skateboarding, and I couldn't fit all the photos, but you kind of can get a good sense of how it goes. So yeah, that was a super blessing to see what God did. That this was, I think, 2 years ago. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is now I am actually going to play a short video of that outreach. This here, I think, was giving me some issues, so I'm just gonna go to YouTube shortly, and yeah, we're gonna watch it here. Okay. And I might skip through this just for the sake of time, but you can get the gist of kind of stuff that we do. Hold on. I have my background music still playing. Okay, let's run it back.
Preach the gospel from a little bit of a different method, so you may not have heard it like this. You go out and you plant 2 seeds to grow 2 trees. You expect a certain kind of fruit to come forth from those trees. Am I right? Now, if one tree decides to bear something opposite of what you expected, what do you do with that tree? It's not doing what it was produced to do, what it was sown in the ground to do. Let me hit you over a little side joke. Did y'all know when y'all put a seed in the ground, it must die to bring forth life? That's a fact. So as the seed was planted in the ground, it died to bring forth life. And one brought forth good fruit. One brought forth bad fruit. The bad fruit would be like sexual immorality, moral impurity, things that you and your heart want to do, but you know they wrong. I know a God who can make that tree do right, even though that tree is not bearing the proper fruit. I know a God who can, without chopping that tree down, give it a new inside, a brand new root, attached to a new vine, where it would then produce the fruit that gives life. But trust me when I tell you, The God we serve can make that fruit have life. That tree that bear deadly fruit. The God we serve brought us out here to love y'all and give y'all some fruit. Fruit that's everlasting. Water that's everlasting. He met a woman at a well one time and told her, the water I got, if you drink of it, you will never thirst again. I love it.
Some of the kids were able to win prizes. That's what you see there. You might see some familiar faces. See, there's a lot of talent in our community. So this was one of our winners and another one of our winners. And yeah, that was a cool video that they put together for us. And yeah, super blessed about that day and what God was doing through everyone that day and the support of the church. You can see a lot of people in the church that day took advantage of being able to volunteer and get involved. So that was amazing. So let's go back to our presentation. Let's go to presentation mode. And so there's a couple of testimonials, and I want you to just hear some of the stories of some of my students and some of the people who participate. This is young Robert, one of my students. I'm taking my class for maybe 2 or 3 years. And this is a testimonial from his caretaker. So it says, the kids were excited but initially intimidated by the Cypher spot, but Mr. Rome taught them step by step and became their friend. Robert excelled at breaking while Susanna enjoyed the energy. Practicing at home keeps them active and creative. They also learn the children's catechism, enhancing their Bible knowledge, and enjoy earning Bible bucks, teaching them about money. At the Cypher spot, they learn respect, love, and build friendships with the kids who love Jesus. So that's a great testimony. And this is our brother Vic, who's now leveling up. He's recently done his first sermon on Sunday, and so God has been working in his life. And by the grace of God, the Cypher spot has been a part of his journey. And so this is his story. In 2019, he said he joined Cypher Spot's adult dance session. Though involved in church, I struggled with doubt. By mid-2020, the Cypher Spot helped transform my life, guiding me and my girlfriend, that is now his wife, to salvation and baptism at Christ Alone Fellowship. For nearly 4 years, I've seen the Cypher Spot's gospel-centered impact and have been grateful to teach, dance, and lead community outreach events. So, Vic was one of the first people to start helping me teach the kids. And then as time went on, he went to help me with events and everything else. So, and I'll just do one more. This is from Pastor Christian Lefko. He's a BFC pastor here in our denomination. And we this summer did a summer church camp with him. And this is what he said. It says they featured a breakdancing class and allowed the kids to try DJing and even perform some live music. To no one's surprise, they were a huge hit with the kids. During their class, they talked about this being a healthy way of expressing themselves and I saw evidence of this almost immediately. The Cypher Spot is a powerful ministry with gifted individuals who have a heart for people, and we hope to partner with them in the future. I'd even advocate for them to be at Reading campus. So, okay, so what's next? Now we are a nonprofit. We have a foundation for growth. We can do a lot of things. So we're looking to implement new programs. Some of those new programs that are in the work, you guys can get a sneak peek. Definitely want to do a graffiti program, like an arts program. And then definitely want to do poetry and also a culinary arts program. So those are some things that we're working on right now, and would love to do more. New and consistent outreach events. So, we just want to have new ways to connect with people, whether it's through a concerts or art show, which are some new things that we're thinking about doing. So that's something you can pray about. So we also are looking to build a team, continue to grow our team and find people who want to be empowered to serve. So bring in new leaders and volunteers to help develop this, and adopt the mission and themselves and become a part of the movement. So also considering new space for the ministry as the church grows and as we grow. There's only so many evenings that we can utilize and only so much space. So for now, we're super blessed to use this to church, but we just thinking as we're growing, that's something that we're considering. We also want to grow in our fundraising efforts, and people who just want to support. Also, prayer partners and things like that is very important and needed. So here's a few prayer points. Pray for God's favor, grace, and wisdom and provision for the ministry. Pray for spiritual transformation in the lives of the community. Pray that God would raise up and empower new leaders. Pray for practical wisdom when establishing the structure of the Cypher Spot. Pray for the body life of the church will be built up, that people would come to the Cypher Spot, but land in the church community and family of God. Pray for a prioritization of prayer and discipleship, and that's something we really want to emphasize in our ministry. So one last thing I want to point out coming up, there's and this is not just for the Cypher Spot, but there is it's something called the Faithful Give. It's a initiative to support nonprofits. So on October 21st, there's a big expo, and I want to invite you guys all to come out. It's really great. There's maybe, I don't know, probably almost 100 ministries that are nonprofits that are doing work in this community, and it's a great way to see what God is doing and ways that you can support and pray for your community. We'll be there, and we'll be able to just continue to answer questions and connect with people. And on the 19th through 21st, we're participating in an online giving. It's an online giving event, but they also have a expo on the 21st. So that's something you're interested in. You can scan this code or reach out to me. And then this is my last slide for today. But if you want more information, you can check out our website. So this is the QR code to our website, and this is also where you can sign up to be a prayer partner, or if this is something that you really believe in and you'd even want to donate, you can do that as well. Also, we want to encourage people to come be a part of it and to serve. So if you're looking to serve, you can email this. This is our official email for the Cypher Spot, or you can reach out to me. We can have a conversation and move forward from there. So I'm done with my presentation, but I would love to open the floor for any questions, thoughts, ideas, and so thank you for your attention and listening. So, yeah, what's up?
For your teens, are you gonna have a day for them to do like breakdancing and stuff too, other than DJ and all that stuff?
So as of now, we'll just be doing our youth class, and then the young adults. I mean, there's the open session is meant for teens and young adults as well. We just would encourage that if anybody's I think under 18 that either they have like an older sibling or adult come through. But I mean, that's a great place for them to learn as well. Just a little bit different way of learning. But I would like, if as we continue to grow, I would love to do like a basic, intermediate, advanced class, or do age groups. I would love to do that. That's something that we just got to keep praying about and see what happens. And yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
Do you have like certain people you have in mind for the new programs, or are you gonna be teaching all of those?
No, I'm not gonna be teaching all of them myself. I do have some people in mind. I mean, I guess I could tell you who they are. Well, I'll wait on telling you who they are. But I'll definitely teach a graffiti program because that's my wheelhouse. But yeah. But aside from that, there's some other people that we're just empowering them to use their gifts. So yeah.
Rome's being modest. He's being quiet. How you can support, even if you can't financially give, people, and definitely spread the word of Cypher Spot.
Yes.
He has all these plans, even with the ultimate plan of maybe owning their own youth center one day, and that can't be done without financial support.
Right,
so
right.
if you know anyone, if you're able to write a check, if you know whatever it is, if your boss or your organization or where you work has a foundation, let us know. Let Rome know. He'll send it to someone who can actually write the foundation grant or whatever. But definitely, by all means, spread the word. That's how you can help. You can help. Time, definitely your time, volunteer, your talent. If you are a spoken word artist, you want to help out, your treasure. And if you could connect us with other people that can actually give, that'll be great. So.
I appreciate that. And our brother Lewis is actually a board member on our board. So I just want to put him out there, and then the other two board members that we have as of now that's helping us to develop this, give their wisdom, give their guidance is Los. I mean, Los has been there since the beginning, really helped support me when I first started doing this. But then also our brother Vince, the deacon here at the church. So, he's knowledgeable in many things, and he's been very helpful. So.
And you do have expenses like insurance. It's a breakdancing ministry.
Yeah.
You have to have, a kid accidentally breaks a bone or something. You got to have that insurance, and those are all things that aren't free. So any way you can help out. So.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other thoughts? Comments? Oh yeah. What's up, bro?
Just because I'm curious, what's the denominational support look like at this moment?
Yeah, good question. So that's something that I'm working on. So they have sent some information out in email threads to our church, and also to the leaders and church pastors. I've also partnered with different churches in the BFC to do outreach events, and so we're able to serve them that way. But also, I'm meeting with more of the directors of different extensions here at the BFC to be able to see what are ways that we can leverage our brothers and our sister churches. And so that relationship is going to be continued to be developed. So yeah, I'll let you know as time goes on. So I thought you was raising your hand. All right. Well, I'll be here if anybody has any more questions they want to ask me to the side. Thank you all for coming. And if there's any pizza left, please feel free to eat it, take it. And thank you again. So.